pretty cool squad. I like it a lot. So I was game. The record was 2-2 -1. So basically a neutral record with nearly a neutral differential. So I felt like I was starting at even grounds, and one coach was extremely out there at, I believe, 4-0, but the rest of the coaches were similar to the same, being 2-2, 1-3, 3-1, somewhere around there. So I didn't feel like I was at a disadvantage, and I had only 5 games left. There was only 9 weeks, and I felt like if I could just win 3, maybe 4 of my games, I would be in a really solid position. So I knew a couple players in the league, or I knew Sean at least, Blind Messiah, and I think I knew of a few players. So I didn't actually know them, but I knew of them. So definitely looking forward to the league. I'm not going to go over my squad in depth since I didn't draft it, but just wanted to show it to you guys, and we're going to actually hop into our Week 5 battle, the first match we played. Alright, so here we are with the game, and my opponent, I believe Adrian, coach of the San Francisco Nidokings, Nigaku, is a very potent squad. He's got the Jolteon, Scolipede, and Charizard X, 3 very potent offensive threats, and Primarina as well, very potent offensive threat. Alongside of Skarmory and Tangrowth, and also had in the back things like Umbreon, Swampert, and a couple not fully evolved Pokemon. So I kind of guessed hit the 6 that he would bring, basically right on. I thought there was a possibility he could bring Umbreon, but he ultimately didn't, and I'm okay with that. Definitely okay with the squad. I can understand why he didn't bring Umbreon and Swampert. I have a lot of different moves that could bypass those, and they would just, become liabilities instead of, win conditions and things like that. Anyways, so potential, I guess, or potential hazard options for his squad include Skarmory and Scolipede in this matchup, since he opted not to bring, his other options, and he only has 2 potential hazard removal options in this match, one being Charizard, which is very unlikely, and then Skarmory. So more than likely going to be his way of removing hazards for Charizard, for Scolipede, and Jolteon, which I'm going to assume is going to be a Flame Orb Quick Feet variant to outpace my entire squad, including Choice Scarf users such as potentially a Choice Scarf Garchomp or a +1 Volcarona and things like that. So definitely expecting that Flame Orb set. Don't necessarily think that Jolteon is a breaker. When I talk about its offensive potency, I'm talking about its ability to outpace the majority of the metagame, and without ground types, can be susceptible to Thunderbolt spam. Thankfully, I do have Garchomp and Stunfisk, Stunfisk being one of the better electric type checks in the game. And my opponent also has things like Primarina, which I do not switch into, period. I mean, I do have Ferrothorn, but I couldn't necessarily bring Ferrothorn in this matchup. Plus, it's likely that he packs Hidden Power Fire on quite a few Pokemon. Anyway, so I didn't bring Ferrothorn, and I felt my best way to play around Primarina is to, if it's Choice Scarf, then I can deal with it, depending on what he locks himself into. I do have ways around that. If he is Specs, then I have to get the plays right, or I'm going to lose them on. But my offensive Pokemon do not have to fear it. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yep. Not. Love you. lost my train of thought there. Anyways, he has Umbreon as a cleric, but he didn't bring it, so I don't have to worry about that. Priority users include Girder with the Mach Punch, Primarina with Aqua Jet. The rest of them are kind of insignificant, but I guess Scolipede gets Faint. Jolteon and Zard get Quick Attack. Not too important there, I suppose. Anyways, our squad, we just went over the entire roster briefly just a moment ago, but we've decided to bring Mega Lopunny, Garchomp, Volcarona, Milotic, Mandibuzz, and the Stunfisk for this matchup. So, our last 3 Pokemon are going to be our defensive backbone. Our first 3 are going to be our offensive, I guess, punches. Anyways, for our backbone, Milotic is going to be a fat, defensive, Flame Orb Marvel Scale variant, nearly max HP, max defense. I think we have just a little bit of speed investment to avoid speed creeping or being speed crept by Skarmory. We have Scald, Toxic, Haze, and Recover. Pretty self-explanatory. Haze there for potential Scolipede and Zard setup. Scald hits everything on his squad outside of Tangrowth, and then the Toxic will hit that. It will also wear down the Primarina, and if he was to bring the Duosion and Swampert, poisoning those Pokemon would be nice, especially if the Duosion is a regenerator variant. So, Recover obviously for longevity. Same thing for Mandibuzz. We've got the Roost. It's there for the longevity. We have Brave Bird there for the Scolipede. Foul Play there for the Zard. Brave Bird can also do decent damage to Tangrowth, which is nice. We have Leftovers. And we are mostly defensive because Charizard X is a threat. And same thing for Stunfisk. All of our defensive backbone are mostly defensive, with just a little bit of Spadef for certain things like Jolteon, avoiding 2-hit KOs and 3-hit KOs and things like that. Tangrowth, Primarina. Just a little bit of Spadef though. Mostly defensive because Zard is that big of a threat. So Stunfisk has Stealth Rocks and Dual Stab with Discharge and Earth Power, as well as Toxic for the Tangrowth. We want to get a poison on that. For our offense, we have a modest max special attack Quiver Dance Volcarona with enough speed to outpace the Primarina. So really gives us enough EVs to mess around with our HP, and we were able to go max HP, max special attack with just a little bit of speed investment. Z Giga Drain, so we got the Bloom Doom there for the Primarina. Told you that thing wasn't going to be an issue if we can offensively check it. Bug Buzz, Fiery Dance, and Quiver Dance allows us to break through his defensive core of Duosion, Swampert with the Giga Drain, Umbreon, Skarmory. This thing's really nice to open up Mega Lopunny and Garchomp. So, Garchomp is a Life Orb variant with Swords Dance, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Flamethrower, with the Jolly Nature to outpace the Charizard with max attack. Mega Lopunny is speed creeping a Scolipede, and I believe a modest Jolteon, which is really nice for us, allowing us to run Adamant Natured with max attack. And we have Fake Out plus Quick Attack for dual priority, as well as dual stab in return and high jump kick. So let's go ahead and hop into the match. Looking at team preview, he does have Skarmory. I don't expect him to lead with it because I have Volcarona and Stunfisk. So he could lead off with Scolipede and be like an Endeavor set. He could set up Toxic Spikes. He could lead off with Jolteon and Volt Switch out. Or he could lead off with Primarina and try to start breaking things. And based on my team, I think Primarina is his best lead. So I'm going to assume he's going to lead off with it. So I'll lead off with my Mandibuzz. As it led well versus everything, and if he did lead off with his Primarina, I could just switch him to my Volcarona. So he actually leads with his Scolipede, giving me a free Brave Bird here. Gets some nice damage on the Primarina, and it looks like Bloom Doom will knock him out from that range. So I'm going to hard switch into Volcarona as he does go for the Moonblast, and I am able to tank it, so it's really nice. And he could switch out here into the the Scolipede. He could switch into Zard, but I'm going to go for the Z Blundum right now and see if I can't knock this thing out. He does stay in, so we are going to be able to pick up the knockout. And yeah, it's really good for us. However, he brings Scolipede in. We're going to hard switch out into our Milotic. We don't want to take anything it has. He does go for the Z move, and it bounces off even before our Flame Orb is activated. Just insane. Milotic is a beast. So he goes for the Swords Dance as we recover up. Now he's at +2 attack, +2 speed, but we're able to haze that away and pretty much nullify this thing as a threat. He does get a critical hit, but thanks to our amazing defenses and ability, we are able to recover that off. And as he brings in Tangrowth, this is our perfect opportunity to go ahead and poison that thing and weaken it immediately for Mega Lopunny and Garchomp in the late game. So here we're going to have to hard switch out, as our opponent actually pulls a hard switch as well, which is fine by us. We can just click knock off or taunt. We're going to taunt him in case he wanted to set up Stealth Rocks or Spikes or any kind of weird shenanigans like Swords Dance. However, he does go into Jolteon. I think it's taunted. We hard switch into our Stunfisk. It's going to give us our Stealth Rocks as he hard switches out into Tangrowth. And now we're just going to pull a switch back into our Mandibuzz. And the Sleet Seed is going to take a little bit of our HP, but not too big of an issue. We can double out into the Volcarona as our opponent actually pulls a switch out into Skarmory. So this was interesting to me. I guess he didn't want to take a Brave Bird, and he wasn't going to try to set up a Stealth Rocks, I suppose, as I did reveal Taunt earlier, so switching Skarmory in only to be taunted didn't make much sense. But yeah, I don't think he wants to let me set up here, so I am just going to click Fiery Dance, and yeah, he doesn't allow me to set up. He just stays in there, and I am able to knock him out. I do stay in with Scolipede this turn, as I had shown to switch out the last time we got into that matchup. I assumed that he would not attack, he would Swords Dance, so I went for the Fiery Dance. Kind of backfired on me as I do lose my Volcarona, but yeah, able to bring in Mega Lopunny here and click Fake Out. If he doesn't have Protect, we should be able to get quite a bit of damage off and potentially put him in Quick Attack range. So he's just out of Quick Attack range though, and is now at +2 speed, so we do have to switch out as he goes for the Poison Jab and gets the poison on our Mandibuzz. A little bit unfortunate, but Mandibuzz, she's a bulky girl, and going to be able to eat up this Rock Slide. Roost up to nearly full, and now on the following Rock Slide, I am just going to click Brave Bird. I don't want him to click Swords Dance as I Roost and potentially get a flinch, so yeah, just going to go ahead and click that Brave Bird. Get the knockout there, as this forces him into his Jolteon, which gives me my Stunfisk again, and allows me to, keep Mandibuzz around as a sack. And here what I can do is just click Earth Power. I could click Toxic as well, but expecting him to switch out into Tangrowth, I pull a double out into Mandibuzz, hoping I could get a Roost off, but he does go out into Charizard, unfortunately, so I am just going to have to click Foul Play here. On the off chance that he, Swords Dances or Dragon Dances, I can't allow that, so I have to click Foul Play. He did reveal Sub though, so that was interesting, but knocks me out on the following turn after he realizes, he can't sub up on me. So I do go into my Mega Lopunny, easily able to revenge kill Mega Charizard at that range, but yeah, he saves it. Goes out into Tangrowth, which is going to be 3-hit KO'd anyway, so not too big of an issue there. Mega Charizard doesn't have room to come in at this point either. I'm going to go out to my Stunfisk on the Thunderbolt. I'm going to double back out into my Mega Lopunny on what I expect to be a Hidden Power Ice, and then I'm going to go for the Fake Out into Quick Attack to knock out the Jolteon here. So unfortunately, the Flame Orb burn is able to knock him out there, taking one less knockout from the Mega Lopunny, but we do pick up the last knockout on the Charizard, and that's going to be a nice 4-0 victory there. So it was a nice fun game, and we're going to advance to a 3-2 record, but of course this is just our first game in the league, so for us personally, it is a 1-0 record, so that's pretty nice. we'll be moving on to week 6, and I'll have that pumped out relatively soon after this one, so look out for that. Let me know what you guys thought about the prep and the plays on both sides of the field. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.